Hey everybody, for my next set of tutorials I wanted to give you some tips on how to speed up your audition process. In the internet age and the pay-to-play world we live in, speed is of the essence. If you don't get your audition out quick, there's a good chance it's not going to even be listened to. So what you need to do is get these things out fast, and anything you can do to speed up the process is a good thing in my opinion. So I want to show you some of the tricks I use to speed things up. So what I've got here is my audio recording and editing program of choice, Soundtrack Pro. And as you can see, I'm in the Multitrack window, so I've got several tracks going on over here. More on that in a moment. So here I've got this conversational track, which is what I usually default to, and I'll explain how it's different from the other tracks in a minute. First, let's record something. Now, this program I have open from the start of the day, right when I wake up, and it's basically ready to go the moment an audition comes in my email box. So one comes in, all I have to do is go down to record, get in the booth, and start talking. Jerry MacKay, Demo Audition. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my demo audition. I hope you like it. And there we go. Zoom in on that. So all I need to do at this point is trim it up a little bit. I would hit export, save it as an MP3, upload it to the service, and hopefully get the gig. Now let's take a listen and see how this sounds. Jerry MacKay, Demo Audition. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my demo audition. I hope you like it. Sounds pretty good. Now, what makes this so conversational? Well, I've got these filters that I'm using down here. This is the Isotope Alloy 2 third-party plug-in filters. And if we open them up, you can see I've got some preset settings in here that I have painstakingly crafted myself, along with some help from the presets that come with it. Anyway, I've got an EQ setting with this curve going on here, which I think works pretty well for my voice. Under Dynamics, I've got some compression and gain boosting going on, and I've also got some de-essing going on. That's about it. And that is what makes it, in my opinion, conversational. Basically a nice basic set of EQ and compression, nothing crazy. I want it to sound as much like me as possible. Now, let's say that the audition I'm doing is for something more manly, more masculine, more authoritative. Well, I've got an authoritative track right here. And if I want to use this one, actually all I got to do is take this audio track, drag it down, and I'm ready to go. Let's play this one and see how this sounds. Jerry MacKay, Demo Audition. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my demo audition. I hope you like it. Now, if you've got good monitors or headphones on, you might be able to hear the difference. I've got a little bit of an EQ boost in the bass area going on here. So if I open up the filter setting that I'm using for this one and we check out the EQ settings, here's the conversational one, kind of around 75 is where it's 75 hertz is where it starts going up here. But over here in the authoritative one, I've started at around 50. I basically just kind of drag this one over a little bit just to give it a bit more of a bass boost. That's to go along with a lot of times I'll just move in closer to the mic and you'll get a bassier sound that way. But it depends on the particular audition. If I need a little bass boost, I can simply use this as an authoritative track and I'm good to go. I didn't have to mess around with any EQ settings and tweak them to get this out to the audition because that takes time and I don't have time. I got to get it out. So that's ready to go. Now for some auditions that come through, the client's looking for a vintage newsreel effect. Well, it just so happens that I've got a set of filters for that as well. And what I'll usually do with that is split my audio, usually in half. I'll take the first part and put it on the conversational track so that the client can hear what my voice sounds like normally. And the second part I'll put on the newsreel track. Let's take a listen to that. Jerry MacKay, Demo Audition. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my demo audition. I hope you like it. And with the vintage newsreel effect that I have, I'm not going for anything crazy. I don't know exactly what the client is looking for, so I'm just trying to add a little EQ effect to give them an idea of what my voice would sound like with the eventual filters that they'll be using. Again, I don't want to go crazy because I don't know exactly what they're looking for, but just to give them a sense of it. Now, some clients, when in the auditioning process, they don't want any filters. They want to hear just what does your voice sound like coming through the mic. Well, I have one track as well with no filters in it. It's just the raw feed from the microphone. Jerry MacKay, Demo Audition. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my demo audition. I hope you like it. Now, to be honest, I rarely use this because most clients will only want the raw feed if I actually get the gig. So I would rather they hear my voice with some EQ and compression in it because I want it to sound as good as it possibly can so they get the best idea of what I'm going to sound like in the final product. But if they want something without filters, I've got it ready to go. The final track that I've got in my project is Shotgun at Desk, which is what it sounds like. It's the shotgun microphone at my desk. Now, the only real difference with this track is the recording input. If I select it, if you come over here, you can see I've got input 4 selected. That's the input on my Fast Track Ultra that is getting the mic from my desk feed. Whereas these other tracks are picking up input 1, which is the microphone in my booth. So if for some reason I need to record at my desk, like I'm very late with an audition and I think I haven't got a moment to spare and I don't even have 20 seconds to get in the booth and out of the booth, or if I'm just being kind of lazy and think that recording at my desk is good enough for a particular project, I've got it all ready to go. I would simply hit the record button on this track, and when I record, it will record right from the mic on my desk, and I don't need to change any settings anywhere. Fast, fast, fast is what you're looking for. So you're going to want to set all your settings based on your voice and your microphone and your recording setup. So they're going to be totally different. But I hope this illustrates the point that if you use a multi-track recorder and editor, you can greatly speed up the audition process.